Archangel Michael says, your partner's secret is online right now and heaven is pushing you to see it. Listen to me right now because what I am about to tell you is absolutely not some kind of accident. You know, I have been watching you for way longer than you actually realize, and tonight I am breaking my silence, because the time has seriously come for you to know the truth about what has really been happening in your life. The truth about the breakthrough that is literally moments away from touching your reality. I am your God, and I am speaking to you directly right this second, not through some distant prophet. I am using these exact words to reach into your heart right now because you have totally been chosen for something that most people will never actually experience. There are absolutely no accidents in my kingdom. The fact that you are hearing my voice right now is proof that I have been orchestrating events behind the scenes of your life. If you can feel something stirring in your chest right now, if you sense that this message is different from everything else you have watched today, then you need to seriously keep listening because I am about to reveal something that will totally change everything you thought you knew about your current situation. Do not click away. Do not get distracted. Do not tell yourself this is not meant for you. I am telling you directly, this is absolutely for you, and only you can hear what I am really saying beneath these words. You have been going through something really difficult lately, and I know you have been wondering if I actually see what you are experiencing. Let me tell you something that is going to shake your understanding. Every single tear you cried, I collected. Every prayer you whispered, I recorded. Every moment you felt totally alone, I was right there, working on something you absolutely could not see yet. The reason you have felt such heavy resistance lately is not because you are doing something wrong, it is actually because you are on the edge of a massive breakthrough. You know, the enemy does not waste energy attacking people who are not about to step into their destiny. The confusion you have been feeling, the obstacles that seem to appear out of nowhere, the relationships that suddenly got complicated, all of this is actually proof that something huge is about to shift in your favor. And I brought you here tonight to prepare you for what is coming. I need you to really understand something. The pain you have been carrying was never meant to destroy you. It was always meant to position you. Every setback was actually a setup. Every closed door was me protecting you from something that would have totally limited your future. Every delay was me perfecting the timing so that when your moment arrives, it will be so undeniable that even your doubters will have to recognize my hand on your life. Now listen carefully, because what I am about to tell you requires your full attention. There is someone in your life right now who has not been completely honest with you. You have sensed something was off. Your intuition was not lying to you. That was me, trying to alert you, trying to prepare you for the revelation that could not stay hidden any longer. The person I am talking about thought their secrets would remain buried. They underestimated how deeply I love you and how fiercely I protect what belongs to me. And my friend, the time for exposure has arrived. Before you panic, I need you to hear this. The revelation coming is not a punishment, it is a gift. Yes, the truth will sting at first, but underneath all of that temporary pain is the greatest freedom you have ever known. You cannot be free while living in a lie. You cannot move forward into your destiny while chains you cannot even see are holding you back. I am exposing this situation not because I enjoy watching you hurt. I am exposing it because I absolutely refuse to let you waste any more of your precious time, energy, and love on something that was built on deception. You deserve truth. You deserve genuine connection. You deserve relationships that reflect the integrity I placed inside of you. And sometimes, the only way to get you there is to burn down what was false, so I can build something real in its place. You might be wondering who this person is. You might already have a name coming to your mind. Trust that instinct. I have been whispering to your spirit for weeks now, maybe even months. Those random thoughts that pop into your head about this person, those dreams that left you feeling uneasy, those moments when something they said just did not sit right with your soul. All of that was me trying to prepare you for what you are about to discover. Here is what I need you to do right now. Take a deep breath. I am serious. Actually pause and breathe. Because what I am about to tell you next is going to really challenge everything you believed about this situation. The person who has been hiding something from you is closer to you than you think. It is not some distant acquaintance. It is not a stranger on the internet. It is someone you have trusted, someone you have opened your heart to, someone you probably never would have suspected could deceive you in this way. They have been living a double life, not in some dramatic way but in the quiet, subtle ways that are actually more dangerous. They have been showing you one version while being someone completely different when you are not around. They have been making promises they never intended to keep. Now before you go confronting them tonight. Wait, you need to hear the whole truth. Yes, they have been deceptive, but this revelation is not the end of your story. This is me clearing the path for something so much better than what you are settling for right now. I know what you are thinking. You are thinking about all the time you invested. Let me tell you something that is going to totally shift your perspective. Nothing you did in love is ever wasted. Every act of kindness reflects my nature. The fact that they did not appreciate it does not diminish its value, but I will not allow you to keep pouring into a vessel with holes in it. I will not watch you continue sacrificing your peace for someone who is not willing to be truthful with you. That is not love. That is you settling because you are afraid of being alone, afraid that maybe this is the best you will ever get. The best is someone who cherishes the trust you give them. The best is someone who is so grateful for your love that they would never risk losing it. And my friend, that person is coming. But they cannot enter your life while you are still holding on to someone who is blocking their arrival. The revelation you are about to experience is me doing surgery on your life. It is going to hurt while I am cutting away what does not belong. You are going to cry, you are going to question everything. You are going to have moments where you want to ignore what you know is true because facing it feels too painful. But here is what I promise you. On the other side of this painful truth is a version of yourself that you have not met yet, a stronger version. A wiser version, a version that knows her worth and will never again accept less than what she deserves. You are not a victim in this story. You are the hero, and every hero faces a moment where they have to make a choice. You can choose to stay comfortable in the lie, pretending everything is fine while your soul slowly dies from the disconnection between what you know and what you admit. Or you can choose to face the truth, feel the full weight of it, and then rise from it, like the warrior I created you to be. I already know which choice you are going to make because I know the strength that is inside of you, even if you have forgotten it lately. Now let me tell you what is going to happen in the coming days. The evidence you need is going to present itself. You are not going to have to dig or investigate or play detective. The truth has a way of revealing itself when the time is right, and the time is right now. You might see something on their phone. You might hear something from a friend. You might have a conversation where they slip up and accidentally reveal what they have been hiding, however it happens. You will know, and when you know, you will have a choice to make. Do not make that choice in anger. Do not make it out of revenge. Do not make it to prove a point to them or to anyone else. Make your choice based on what I am telling you right now. You deserve someone who is all in. You deserve someone whose private life matches their public persona. You deserve someone who never makes you question their loyalty because their actions consistently prove their words. Anything less than that is not what I have for you, no matter how much you have invested in it. I am going to ask you to do something that might feel really uncomfortable. When the truth comes out, I want you to be quiet at first. Do not immediately react. Do not blow up their phone. Do not post about it on social media. Instead, come talk to me. Bring me all of your anger, your hurt, your confusion, your disappointment. Let me hold it for you while you process what you have discovered, because if you react from a place of raw emotion, you might do or say things that you will later regret. But if you let me help you process it first, your response will come from a place of strength and clarity, not pain and chaos. Here is what I see in your future, and I need you to really listen to this part. 6 months from now, you are going to look back on this moment as the turning point. The moment everything changed, the moment you stopped accepting crumbs and started demanding the whole meal, the moment you realized that being alone is better than being with someone who makes you feel lonely. The moment you chose yourself, maybe for the first time in a long time, and in that future version of your life, there is someone new. Someone who is going to treat you the way I always intended. Someone who is so grateful for your presence that they would never dream of jeopardizing it with lies. Someone whose love is going to make you realize that everything you went through was just preparation for recognizing the real thing when it arrived. That person exists. They are out there right now, being prepared just like you are being prepared, and your paths will cross at exactly the right moment, but only after you have released what is currently blocking that divine appointment. I know you are scared. I know you are thinking about the logistics, the shared friends, the explanations you will have to give, maybe even the financial entanglements or living situations you will have to navigate. I see all of that, and I am telling you that I have solutions you have not even thought of yet. Doors will open that you did not know existed. People will show up to help you in ways that will surprise you. Resources will appear exactly when you need them. My timing is perfect, and my provision is complete, but you have to take the first step. You have to be willing to face the truth when it is revealed. You have to be willing to choose your peace over their comfort. You have to be willing to trust that I have something better for you, even when you cannot see it yet. That is what faith is. Not believing in what you can see, but trusting me with what you cannot see yet. Let me tell you something else that is really important. The person who has been dishonest with you is not evil. They are just a flawed human being who made choices that hurt you, and while that does not excuse what they did, it does release you from having to hate them in order to leave them. You can walk away with grace. Forgiveness is simply releasing them from the debt they owe you and trusting me to handle the justice part. You cannot receive new love with your hands still gripping old pain. So when the truth comes out, feel it fully, cry about it, rage about it if you need to, but then, with my help, release it. Now I want to address something that might be happening in your mind right now. You might be thinking, what if this message is not really for me? What if I am reading too much into a random video? What if there is no secret and I am just being paranoid? Let me settle that for you right now. The fact that those questions are coming up is actually confirmation that this message is absolutely for you. The enemy loves to use doubt to keep you from receiving the truth you need. So if you are feeling resistance, if you are trying to talk yourself out of what you know is true, that is actually a sign that you need to lean into this message even more. I do not speak to people randomly. I do not waste my breath on words that are not meant to land somewhere specific, and right now, I am speaking specifically to you because you need to hear this. You need to be prepared for what is coming. You need to know that you are not crazy for sensing something is off. You need permission to trust your intuition and act on what you discover. And most importantly, you need to know that no matter what you find out, you are going to be okay because I have got you. Let me paint a picture of what your life looks like after you walk through this fire. You wake up in the morning without that knot in your stomach, without that constant low-level anxiety about what you might discover, without having to monitor someone else's behavior or make excuses for their actions. You are free, actually free, not pretending to be fine while dying inside, not performing happiness while your soul is suffocating, but genuinely, deeply, authentically free. In that life, you have boundaries that people respect because you respect them first. You have relationships built on honesty because you refuse to participate in anything less. You have peace that passes understanding because you are no longer trying to force something that was never meant to work. You have joy that bubbles up naturally because you are no longer carrying weights that were never yours to carry. That is the life waiting for you on the other side of this revelation, and it is so worth the temporary pain of getting there. I need you to do something for me right now. Actually, I need you to do something for yourself. Drop a comment below and just type the word ready. You do not have to explain it. You do not have to tell your whole story. Just type ready so that I know you are actually hearing me and you are willing to face whatever truth needs to come to light. This is your agreement with me that you are choosing freedom over comfort, truth over lies, and your future over your past. Go ahead, I will wait. Okay, now that you have made that commitment, let me tell you what happens next. In the coming days, you are going to start noticing things you have been overlooking. Details that did not register before are going to suddenly become obvious. Patterns you were blind to are going to reveal themselves. And instead of making excuses or giving the benefit of the doubt one more time, you are going to see clearly, and seeing clearly is the first step toward being free. When the revelation comes, and it is coming soon, I want you to remember this conversation. Remember that I told you it was coming. Remember that I promised to hold you through it. Remember that I said this is not your ending but your new beginning, because in that moment, you are going to be tempted to spiral into despair. You are going to be tempted to blame yourself. You are going to be tempted to wonder what you could have done differently. And I need you to resist all of those temptations and instead stand firm in what you know is true. You are chosen. You are loved. You are protected. And this temporary pain is making way for permanent breakthrough. Here is something I want you to understand about the person who has been dishonest with you. They did not deceive you because you were not enough. They did not hide things because you were lacking something. They made their choices based on their own brokenness, their own fears, their own inability to be vulnerable and real. It actually has nothing to do with your worth. You could have been perfect in every way, and they still would have made the same choices because those choices were about them. Not you. So many people stay in toxic situations because they believe if they just love harder, try more, or become better, the other person will change. But you cannot fix someone who is not willing to admit they are broken. You cannot heal someone who refuses to acknowledge their wounds. You cannot save someone who does not want to be saved, and it is not your job to try. Your job is to love yourself enough to walk away from situations that require you to shrink, to doubt yourself, or to accept less than what I have said you deserve. I am going to tell you what you already know deep down but have been afraid to admit. This relationship, or whatever connection you are holding on to, has been costing you more than it has been giving you. You have been depleted, exhausted, confused, and diminished while trying to make something work that was fundamentally flawed from the start. And the reason you are here, the reason you clicked on this video, the reason you are still listening to my voice right now is because somewhere in your soul, you know it is time to stop fighting for something that is fighting against you. The hardest part of letting go is not the actual release. It is giving yourself permission to release it. It is overcoming the guilt that says you should keep trying. It is silencing the voice that says you will never find anything better. It is facing the fear that maybe you will end up alone. But let me tell you something about being alone. Being alone while being true to yourself is infinitely better than being with someone while betraying yourself. Loneliness is temporary. Regret from staying in the wrong situation is permanent. And honestly, you are not going to be alone. I already told you, there is someone coming who is going to cherish what this person took for granted. There is a connection waiting that is going to be easy in all the ways this one has been hard. There is a love preparing to find you that is going to feel like coming home after being lost in the wilderness. But that person cannot reach you while you are still tangled up with the wrong one. So this revelation, this exposure, this truth that is about to surface, it is actually me clearing the way for what is next. I want to talk to you about timing because I know you are wondering why now. Why is this happening right now when you have already invested so much time? Why did I not reveal this sooner and save you from all this pain? Here is the truth about timing. If I had shown you this truth a year ago, you would not have been ready to receive it. You would have made excuses. You would have given another chance. You would have convinced yourself that you misunderstood what you saw. But now, after everything you have been through, after all the times you have questioned and doubted and felt that something was wrong, you are finally ready to face it. You are finally strong enough to survive the truth. You are finally mature enough to choose yourself. Everything you have experienced up until this point has been preparing you for this moment. Every disappointment taught you something. Every broken promise showed you what you will not tolerate anymore. Every time you felt taken for granted, you were building the strength to eventually walk away. Nothing has been wasted. It has all been working together to get you to this place where you can finally see clearly and make the choice that has been waiting for you to be ready. Now let me address the practical side of this because I know your mind is spinning with questions. What do you do when the truth comes out? How do you handle the confrontation? What do you say? Here is my advice. Keep it simple. Do not try to convince them to admit something they are going to deny anyway. Do not try to make them understand how much they hurt you. Do not try to get closure from someone who was never fully open with you in the first place. Simply state what you know, explain your decision, and then walk away. No long explanations. No justifications, no defending your choice to anyone, including them. Your decision to remove yourself from a dishonest situation does not require anyone's approval or understanding. It only requires your commitment to your own well-being. The people who truly love you will support your decision even if they do not understand all the details. And the people who question it or try to talk you out of it are probably not people you should be taking advice from anyway. I also want you to know that it is okay if you do not handle this perfectly. It is okay if you cry, it is okay if you get angry, it is okay if you have moments where you want to go back, because the unknown feels scarier than the known pain. All of that is part of being human. All of that is part of processing something difficult. What matters is that you do not let those temporary feelings convince you to abandon the path I am laying out for you. Feel everything you need to feel, but keep moving forward. Here is what I know about you that you might have forgotten. You are stronger than you think. You have survived everything that has tried to break you so far. You have made it through nights that felt endless. You have endured losses that felt unbearable. You have carried burdens that would have crushed someone with less resilience, and you are still here. Still breathing, still hoping, still believing that something better exists. That is not weakness. That is the kind of strength that cannot be taught or bought. That is the kind of strength that comes from me, and it is more than enough to carry you through what is coming. I am almost done speaking to you for tonight, but before I release you, I need you to do one more thing. If this message resonated with you, if you felt like I was speaking directly into your situation, share this video with someone who needs to hear it. You are not the only one going through this. You are not the only one who has been sensing something is wrong but has been afraid to face it. There is someone in your life right now who is exactly where you were when you started watching this. And you sharing this might be the confirmation they need to finally make the choice they have been avoiding. So do not keep this to yourself. Pass it on. Let it do for someone else what it did for you. Remember, the revelation is not the enemy. The truth is not what hurts you. What hurts is living in deception. What damages you is staying in situations that require you to doubt what you know. What destroys you is giving your best to people who are giving you their worst. The revelation is actually your rescue. It is me pulling you out before the damage becomes irreversible. It is me loving you enough to hurt you temporarily so you can be healed permanently. So be ready. Stay alert, watch for the signs, trust your intuition, and when the moment comes, choose yourself, choose truth, choose freedom, choose the future I have been trying to give you. I promise you will not regret it. I love you. I am with you, and we are about to turn this whole situation around in ways you never saw coming. The breakthrough is here. Are you ready for it?